It's the NFL on EA Sports, and there's no love lost between these NFC East foes. It's the Eagles and the Cowboys, and it comes your way next on Madden Football.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Lone Star State in the very mammoth AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas. Today, it's Week 3, and we've got a good one in store between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Dallas Cowboys. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and Charles, you look at our two quarterbacks in this one, I'd say it's a study in contrast, young versus, well, let's say experienced.
And you are on point about that because you definitely don't say old now. That won't gain you any points, but you're right. You've got one guy who's still kind of figuring things out. Still at that point where he's learning more with each game he plays. And then on the other side of the field, you've got a guy who's kind of seen it all at this point. Maybe his body's slowed a little, but the knowledge of the game, still top-notch, and he can win with his mind.
The final weekend of the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are as we are off and running on EA Sports. Takes it at the 7. Time for Dak Prescott and the Dallas offense to go to work. Prescott, of course, the former 4th-round pick in 2016 out of Mississippi State.
And it would be interesting to see pretty early in this one exactly where his head is, because the best quarterback shake-off performances like he had last week. Way too many interceptions. Didn't throw a touchdown pass. Team lost the game. Let's see if he can bounce back and get things going in the right direction.
I'll be trying to forget those 3 picks, as you noted. Dak going to start out going to the air. He'll dump this off to Cook. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, short tackle.
Yeah, he's able to get most of what he needed on the carry there. 7 yards on the gain, and it's 3rd and 2 now. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he is going to lose yardage here. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Prescott to throw on 4th. That's to his running back, complete. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a 1st down.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
1st down, Prescott. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that is incomplete. The Cowboys are 1-1 through 2 games thus far. It's not a start that's going to set the world on fire, but they've been pretty solid nonetheless.
And the first thing that crosses my mind, it certainly beats the alternative of starting 0-2. I do think that this is a team that's going to take a little time to find its footing. Hard to navigate the always tough NFL.
It's been a 7-play opening drive, and this is 3rd and short. To throw is Prescott. And this is Cook with the grab. So he stopped for no gain. And that's going to make it 4th down. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area. But they want him involved, just as you said. They want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the 1st.
Well, that's what's called being aggressive right there. But I don't know that it's reckless. I think it's much more of a message. Hey, defense, I believe in you in case we don't get it. And offense, trying to let them know he believes in them as well.
I like it. Your first drive of the game in plus territory, be aggressive. And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up 2nd down. The numbers a week ago for Cook. 16 carries, 59 yards, and a touchdown.
It's been a strong season for him thus far, sitting currently 7th in the NFL in rushing. He gives their offense really good flexibility because if he's gashing a defense, they can ride into an early lead. But the defense sells out to stop it, that opens up their passing game.
Give him 10 there, good enough for a Cowboy first down. Well, they're not hiding who their central focus is on offense. Charles, he already now has 4 receptions here on this opening drive.
And I know people who are watching the game are thinking, did they forget about him in the defensive game plan? But it's actually been the opposite. They give him a lot of attention, but he's been very creative and savvy in his route running and finding seams and openings in order to create these completions.
From the 29, Prescott. This ball caught by Mechie. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. 23 yards, the final tally.
A lot of precision being shown on this opening drive. They've been methodical, they've been crisp, and as a reward, they're going to be set up with an early 1st and goal.
A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door, 1st and goal. They'll run with Cook. 5 yards, a good run there, and now 2nd and goal. You think about the strong safety position, and they're the more bulkier guys in the free safety, but that time great athleticism to hustle in and break up that play.
And sometimes all of your best laid plans of play design, your X's and O's, they can't always account for individual effort defensively. And this was one of those times. Just a terrific play to hustle over there and get the running back to the ground.
And the next-gen stats tell the story as he was traveling at better than 19 miles an hour. Again, it's Cook. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. James Cook, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys are on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. That one was an extended drive, 14 plays all told. And it was James Cook capping all of that off with a touchdown run. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. So now here comes the Eagles offense as they get ready to take over. And they will be led out by their signal caller in his 2nd year of the NFL now.
And frankly, this is the type of game that a great quarterback relishes because 0-2 on the road, everything's against him and his team. No one can expect them to win. Sometimes you band together real tight in that situation, and if he plays really well, they've got a chance to get that done.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Check right. Check pink.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. Back to throw. Cummings. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. On is the punter Scott here as he gets this one away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And that will come the offense as they take over. James Cook running back out now. And no doubt he's come out of the gate strong. Only in week 3, and you see the numbers thus far.
And we always talk about identity, setting a tone, getting the groundwork laid for the season or for a game. And that's what they've done with the running game so far. It reminds me of when I first went to the University of Tennessee. And believe it or not, I was a quarterback for a day and a half. And the first practice session, the first play we ran was 28 pitch, which is a toss sweep. And I remember the offense coordinator saying, that's our identity, that's our bread and butter, that's the basis of our offense. We got to get that down right here, right now. I think we're seeing some of that in this running game here.
So did you not get that down, and that's why you were moved to the defense, or what?
I don't know for that reason, but I do know I saw a couple of guys throw, and immediately they were saying, you know, you need to learn how to backpedal.
Hey, you turned into a heck of a DB, though, partner. Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Open man is Mechie, and he's got him. He's going to have the first down, and more than that. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. A big play that time on the catch and run, and it'll move the chains.
Well, as a coach, you absolutely love seeing your offense find their rhythm early, and that's exactly what we've seen so far. They had a touchdown on their opening drive, and now they connect here for another nice gain for a first down. This offense is moving the ball well, exactly as he drew it up in practice.
On 1st and 10, Prescott. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Prescott yet again. Looking left side of, he's got a man. That's Cook. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. 7th play of the drive, forthcoming on 3rd and 8. Now Prescott. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's going to be taken down short of the 1st, right around the 15-yard line. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. Throwing, Prescott. Caught left side by Mechie. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal. Now a handoff up the middle. It's Wheeler, and he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. A line of scrimmage, once again the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. Here's Prescott. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Dak Prescott, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. A 10-play drive that time. And it was all capped off by Dak Prescott, keeping it and taking it in on the touchdown run. This fielded right at the goal line. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. So back onto the field, here come the Eagles for their 2nd drive. Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3. Hands it off out of the gun. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
Throwing on first down. Cummings, he finds his man, complete. It's Phillips.
Here we go, here we go.
To throw on second down. Cummings. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Good coverage on the outside, and I think that's where he wanted to check that down to. But once he saw the danger over there, he just threw that one over everyone's head. Smart play.
Out of the gun now on third down. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. That's going to bring up fourth down, only a gain of 2 there.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? Third down. They just said, we've got faith in our tackles. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, I can clip and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense.
31 yards on the punt there. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. It has been about as perfect of a start to this game as these guys could have asked for, Charles. They've scored on their first 2 drives. They still haven't given anything up on the other side of the ball, so they can already make this a 3-score game here if they can come away with points on this drive.
Yeah, they're almost push them to the brink, aren't they, partner? Almost to the point now where it's a loss of words.
Oh, he put it on the carpet, a fumble. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. He has been a workhorse for them in this game, and ball security hasn't been an issue until that point.
Yeah, and let's face it, when he's going to carry the ball that many times, he becomes more and more of a target for the defense, knowing that he's going to be the primary guy. They'll just send more and more players towards him, trying to make sure they knock the ball free.
He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And the Cowboys are going to get it back here just shy of the 20. That, Charles, the first interception he's thrown here in year number 2.
And I know it's just the first one, but didn't it feel like what we saw from him last year, where he was plagued by this type of a play? And they thought that, over the offseason, going into a second season, some of that would go away. Thus far, still looks a lot like his rookie year.
And now Dallas gets set to take the field. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, they could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. That's a step in the right direction defensively here because you're facing this sizable deficit. They're going to need more plays like that. A good sack, though. Good effort there.
And what you're hoping is, as you said, a step in the right direction, and that means it's something to build on. So you get the first one, and hopefully that can ignite them, and now they can make a few more plays and get back into this game.
Delay of game, offense.
The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long. Looking to throw. Prescott. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. Here's Johnny Hacker now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. And a fair catch is taken here, a step or two inside the 45-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Eagles will have it taking over 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground.
They'll get this up to the 47 and brought down there.
You've got to be impressed by the defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball. Then look at that game.
Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more.
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
And the Cowboys here on 3rd down, bringing in an extra defensive back. Looking to throw. Cummings. And the Cowboys pressure gets there this time for the sack.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
So that time, Charles, a quarterback helpless really in the pocket in the face of a pass rush like that. They were on him instantly.
Yeah, that's one where you turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because, remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
Now a hit and a loose football. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line.
I feel like you and I could be in our backyard with our dads right now. What did they always say when they were throwing us the ball? Look it all the way in. Make sure you secure it. That had the feeling of not happening there on that play, that he didn't have full control of the ball.
When that punch coming in, I never return punch, but I would imagine it's tough to monitor those guys coming full steam ahead at you.
It really is. You try and get that peek to know where they are, about whether you should fair catch it or not, but sometimes you just have to have a sense, a feeling, and just have to make sure, number one, though, you catch the ball and put it away.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Back to throw. Cummings. And he's going to go down here and sack. They push him back to the 34.
Micah Parsons
coming in for that outside linebacker spot, and he buries him for a loss of 7.
Well, the goal is to get back into this game. The offense is certainly moving in the wrong direction. This is certainly a case where one team needs big splash plays right now, but unfortunately, it's the other team that's getting them.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
Now to try the field goal, and here's Daniel Carlson. He's going to need a little mustard on this one. It will be a 51-yard attempt. The kick by Carlson is good, and they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. Now, bottom line, tremendous starting field position, really squandered there as they wind up going backwards and then come up with just 3.
Well, getting the 3 turned out to be important. I can imagine the head coach when he ordered the field goal. Please salvage something out of this drive. That was not fun to watch.
And they've got it up past the 35, so pretty good starting field position.
So here are the Cowboys to take over. They were losers a week ago to Arizona, but they're on top here as they start this drive with a 1st and 10. Now Prescott. Throw left side complete. That's Cook. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down. Cook up the gut. He gets them a little over half of what they needed. Now they're looking at a 3rd and 5. Prescott to throw it. And Cook has it, left side. And he is going to lose yardage here. They call it a loss of a yard there. And that'll bring up 4th down. So on 4th down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. That'll be a 41-yard punt, just 1 yard on the return.
And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10.
Philadelphia getting set to take the field.
Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get him 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now, the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well.
We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Cummings.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Cummings. And he comes back with one complete.
And they're going to get this up to midfield.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he's got his man on the out route. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. Back to throw again. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Phillips. And he's going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 22-yard line. They'll look to throw again. Over the middle, complete. It's Brown.
And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
Let's go now.
2nd and 2.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride.
And the Eagles are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
Smith, red. Blue, check. Opposite, green, yellow, line.
They'll run here with Haskins.
And this will result in him losing yardage back to the 3. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
And they're going to get to him, a sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line.
Micah Parsons able to record his 5th sack of the season. These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles, and that front 7 defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls. We've got to start helping this quarterback out because the entire game he's been under siege. I don't care what the down and distance, they've got to get the ball in his hands a lot quicker.
Carlson able to put this one through. And a 2nd field goal here cuts their deficit to 14-6 now. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the 2nd half.
Taken at the 15, a short kick. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive.
And with an 8-point lead, probably not too much of an impetus to try and do too much here.
Prescott looks to throw on 1st. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this 1st half. Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down. So we have come to halftime here in Dallas with the Cowboys out in front. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
We'll start things out with the battle for Ohio. This one at First Energy Stadium as Cleveland hosts Cincinnati. And it's the Browns who have the lead in the 2nd quarter. 2 touchdown passes there for Deshaun Watson. From there, we head down to Tennessee to check on the Titans at home in Nashville. And they lead the visiting Baltimore Ravens at halftime. Big Derrick Henry with a couple of touchdown runs. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And this one going the visitors' way as the Texans have the lead in that one. Jameis Winston, responsible for the lone touchdown in the game thus far as he's thrown a touchdown pass. Time now for a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for the Eagles. And they did not do much at all in terms of throwing the football in those first 2 quarters. That's going to need to improve if they want to erase this deficit. Meanwhile, for the Cowboys, we check out their numbers on the ground as they'll try to keep the momentum going into the second half. Both teams making their final preparations for this second half of action. So with that, let's get you back out to Arlington, where we rejoin Brandon and Charles.
Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
Out come the Eagles now as he'll go on offense first here in the third quarter.
Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
A third down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points.
Got his man complete over the middle. That's Phillips. And his bid for the first down coming up short as he's tackled at the 25. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll be 4th down.
Well, it looks like they got what they wanted. They got the completion, but they weren't able to break any tackles or gain nearly enough yardage to pick up the first down. Now to be 4th and short.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Taking it about the 36. Oh, I nearly broke that one. As it stands, though, a heck of a 36-yard run back. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. First down, here's the run with Cook. 45 yards on the ground for him so far. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Prescott. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch, dragging the toes. That's going to be a first down. Well done. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
Now how about this throw right here? Had to throw it to the left sideline, and you know the timing's got to be correct on this one. Ball's got to be right where it needs to be, and it was. That's because he had great arm strength on that one, able to drive the football. Quarterbacks love it when they can show off their arms.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Well, Brandon, we see why it's a team game there, because there's a sigh of relief that they just released defensively. If he's able to get that one away, that's likely a touchdown. But instead, that pressure from the front got to him and forced the incompletion.
You're right. He had him open, just a split second too late on the release.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete.
Field goal unit and Joey Sly now.
From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here.
Sly able to put this one through.
And that will extend their lead here to 17-6.
So the lead grows here incrementally, but I think the way their defense is playing, you feel okay with just getting through.
They've definitely been stout so far, but now that could all change, because if one guy gets loose for 70 yards, this is a different game. But as it stands, Field goals are good. Just keep adding to that lead.
And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Philadelphia's offense ready to go again. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drive.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Ramsey.
And the Cowboys are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line.
CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. On play action, Prescott. Flush to his right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. It's caught at the 10. A big play here for Dallas. And even 50 yards.
But Dak Prescott, probably not the first name you think of in terms of strongest arms in the NFL, but he showed it off there.
And how about how he improvised right there, because he got flushed out of the pocket, locked eyes with his wide receiver, who knew to just keep running. And he was able to lay that one out there for him to run under.
So now, following the big play, they've got a 1st and goal all the way down at the 10. Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. And finding room to work, he's down to the 2-yard line. Nice run there, 9 yards. And it'll be second down. They run it again with Cook. And this is not going to do it as he's stopped at the 2-yard line. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. Up the middle, it's Cook. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. They end up getting stuffed twice after that 9-yard gain back on 1st down. Now Prescott on 4th down. This is caught. A great open field tackle is going to stop him shy of the goal line. Cook turned away on 4th and goal. And this Eagle defense stands tall down near the goal line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
Haskins with a run to begin the drive.
They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Smith right. Blue check. Opposite. Green.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll get him a little space here up to the 5-yard line. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
On 3rd down, here's Haskins.
And he'll take this forward only up to about the 7. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the team here on 4th down.
We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Dallas offense set for this next drive.
Off the play fake, Prescott. Blitz coming, and down he goes. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on 1st down to set him back on 2nd.
Boy, that's tough, Charles. First play of the drive, you're hoping to stay ahead of schedule. You take that huge sack, and now you're facing 2nd and a mile.
And the entire time, you were probably thinking the same thing I was. Either get rid of the ball, safely of course, or go down. The yardage he gave up on that play, that's going to be tough for them to make up.
And across the midfield stripe into Eagle territory. Third and long for Prescott. Over the middle, complete. It's Cook.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
Here's Johnny Hecker now as he's on to punt for Dallas. And here's a very low line drive, almost whiffed on it. And a fair catch called for and made at the 12-yard line. Only 29 yards on the punt there, definitely not his best. And the Eagles will be backed up deep to get the drive started as they take over 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, Cummings. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. Randy Gregory coming in for that outside linebacker spot, and he buries him for a loss of 7.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And some space here. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45.
55 rushing yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
Every team in the league always wants explosive plays, breakout plays, and even more so when it's your horse who's had a tough time during the game.
Yeah, not that great in the first half. Maybe he can recalibrate here in the 3rd and then carry that over to the 4th.
I like that. Recalibrate. Strong.
Running game working, they'll stick with it on 1st down. A swift move and then tackled just on the other side of midfield. A good run got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he'll get it down here to the 43. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3 and out.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack.
Big DeMarcus Lawrence getting in there and bringing him to the ground.
And that's going to do it. Clock hits zeros. They're not going to get another playoff. Time has run out on this 3rd quarter. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now in Arlington. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Looking to throw. Cummings. He finds his man. Complete. It's Phillips.
And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they... And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line.
Micah Parsons
Able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
Well, collectively as a defense, Charles, I think if you get 4 sacks a game, you're feeling really good. Now they have 6 as a unit.
And that type of a number is just staggering because there's so many ways to try and counteract it. But in this case, they've got no answers for this unrelenting pressure coming at their quarterback.
And that one an absolute backbreaker. A chance to get back within a score, couldn't do it.
Yeah, that one went begging, as they say, right? There's the opportunity, and it was missed. But all hope's not lost just yet. But boy, getting back within 1 score would have been a powerful motivator for their defense to take the field with.
The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. And he'll be dropped at the 36. It's a good gain of 18 on a play that originated back at the 18.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
Eluding the pressure right. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Well, it certainly appears to me that the defensive guys are starting to look a little bit tired while he still has some fresh legs. Not the biggest gain we've seen on a scramble, but still, some positive yardage on a play that initially looked like a sure win for the defense.
And he's going to take this close to the first down marker as he stopped at the Eagles' 28. The offense on third down, a very anemic, 1 for 9 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2, and he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down and a yard.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Here we go on 4th down. And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23.
So this offense able to convert on 4th, and now a fresh set of downs here, 1st and 10.
To throw is Prescott. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and...
And a big loss here as he's taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
They've gobbled up over 30 yards of turf so far, but a sack knocks them backwards, and that interrupts the momentum they were building. Good opportunity for the defense to escape this drive before they get to the end zone.
Here's Prescott. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. And that will extend their lead even further.
So that maybe not a knockout blow, but I suppose certainly every little bit helps when you're trying to salt one away in the 4th.
Well, the possibility of being beaten by 2 late touchdowns or at least sent to overtime does exist. But time, definitely a big factor at this stage of the game, is in their favor.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession.
Now, the way their last drive ended, boy, it was frustrating. They had a pretty good drive going. It was sustained, and then it stalled out, Charles, and they missed the field goal and got nothing out of it.
Is that insult to injury? Because they had such a sustained drive, as you noted. So you know for the head coach, it almost felt like a little bit of failure to send out the field goal unit and then to not even see the ball go through the post. What a bummer on that last drive for them. Got to pick themselves up from that one.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Back to throw. Cummings. He's going deep for Brown. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A.J. Brown, his first touchdown here of the new campaign.
And the Eagles have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th.
A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to his 2nd and sometimes 3rd progression. That was a nice play.
So a 75-yard scoring drive on just 3 plays.
And it's capped off by an A.J. Brown touchdown, taken from about the 12.
And he's going to take this all the way down inside the 40.
Possession of the football going back to the Cowboys. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10.
Now a throw right side taken in here to start this drive. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. That's good for 28 yards.
And these guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the 4th quarter.
So not quite a first and goal. It's first and 10 from the 10. A give. This is Cook. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. 76 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
8 yards on the pickup.
On second down, Cook. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2. Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. Prescott now. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. John Mechie, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Cowboys look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. And that's certainly going to bump up the old win probability index because now it's a 2-score game here in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, you're taking me into that deep water now. Win probability index. This game's definitely not over. We're not looking at a 0.5% or something. It's just 2 scores. But the way that this team is playing, to me, what I've seen, they absolutely deserve to win this game. They've been the better team by far throughout.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Eagles offense and A.J. Brown headed back out there.
They might want to mix something up defensively because he's been shredding them a bit, hasn't he?
That he has, and even with all the changes that you know are going on the defensive side of the ball, he's still finding ways to get open, finding the right spots, and the delivery's been pretty good too.
He's over 100 yards, has the 1 touchdown score to this point. Here's 2nd and 8. His throw incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
On 3rd down, Cummings. Over the middle here to Brown. And he's going to come up a bit short. He needed to get to the 35 for the first, but he only makes it to the 34. They'll try and run for it. And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. He needed a yard. He didn't get anything. And Dallas, they'll take over in terrific field position. They'll try the middle with Cook. And he'll be taken down at the 34. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9 at the 34-yard line.
What?
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. They run the counter with Cook. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. This is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. They'll drop to throw, escaping the pressure right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Johnny Hecker now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And this one's out of bounds. Should be inside the 10, I think it is. At the 6-yard line.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
And he'll go out of bounds just shy of the 20. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
Ready.
Operating from the gun, Cummings. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22. Clock running here, under 90 seconds to go. And that's complete to Brown. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Phillips. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Back to throw now on first down. And he'll just get rid of it.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a non-stop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now, because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete.
Black ball, switch, yellow, switch, red.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. His throw caught at about the 5.
Hurry, hurry.
And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down.
And with the scoreboard against them here in the fourth quarter, this was definitely 4-down territory. Really nice job there finding a way to get open, and a really nice throw. That sets him up with 1st and goal.
On the throw led him too much that time. It's incomplete. 2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. Looking to throw. Cummings. And this is caught. So it's a late touchdown, but maybe too late. Still a little time left on the clock, however. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. So 15 ticks remaining as they line up for the onside kick. And they've got it. They recovered it. But hang on now, though. There's a penalty flag down. A big mistake in that spot. You got to let it go, Tim.
They didn't give themselves a chance. They had an opportunity, touched it first. Now they're in a really bad spot.
What a ball game this was. What an atmosphere this was. And the home team getting the late touchdown, getting the victory, and now everybody in this building can file away with smiles on their faces.
And what do real estate people tell us all the time? It's location, location, location. So being at home, that can be a big deal because remember, they were down to their final chance to retake the lead. That home field advantage, I think it helped fuel all what happened for them down the stretch. A huge win.
So for the Cowboys, they get back in the win column as they move to 2-1 now on the year. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Houston Texans. Meanwhile, for the Eagles, the early struggles continue as they'll sink to 0-3. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to L.A. to take on the Rams.